What is the last class we discussed, guys?
Creation of storage bins,
Creation of storage bins.
storage types.
Okay. I think we discussed on the creation of storage bins by using template and manual creation, right?
Yes,
So there is a third way to create the bins through upload program. So there are three ways to create the bins: manual creation, to structure. You create one structure based on the bins that we have in the storage types with the help of stack and levels. You're going to create a structure and you're going to execute and create the bins automatically. And the last way of creation of bins is through upload program. When you will use this in real time, why you will be using this upload program? Just think that this is my warehouse, this is my warehouse, and this is my storage types. Just think that now I am implementing EWM. Now I am implementing EWM. Before that, I am using some kind of a third party tool. In that tool, also we have some bin names. We are managing all these bins with respect to some bin naming conventions. Something like HR10, A, B, C, D. Like that, some not A01, something like this. Randomly they are doing it, okay? It's not in sequence. HR10, this is something A5. So this is something they are managing in the existing warehouse for all the bins. They printed all the labels. They stick all the labels to the bins already. Here I am showing you around 60 bins. If you see here, I have more than 300 bins together. Now if I want to relabel as per my SAP, I'm using EWM. If I want to relabel, how much it will cost? The labor cost, the printing cost, the labels cost. How much it will cost? It will cost more, right? Because I need to print the labels. It will cost me more, right?
yes,
I need to print all these labels, all these labels, all these labels. Can I use existing bins? Whatever the bins, the naming conventions they have, existing bins. Can I use these names? Maybe those are not in sequence, but still, can I use those existing bins? Whatever is available in the shop floor, can I create same bins in the SAP system? Yes, it's possible through upload program. Let me show you. When the company don't want to use the existing bins and they want to follow SAP recommended bins or else SAP sequence of bins that we are creating through SAP, then we print all the labels manually and they're gonna use it the new labels. But there are some companies who will request for this one, okay, like they want to use existing labels. Now I'm going to logistics, warehouse management, warehouse management, master data, storage bins. In storage bin, can you see here? Load storage bins will be there, okay? Load storage bins. And before I discuss about load storage bins, yesterday's class we discussed on the creation of bins automatically, right? Through structure. In case if I want to do some modifications, can I do some modifications? If I want to do some modifications to the bins, mass, mass modification, can I do the modifications to those bins? Yes. If you see here, yesterday's class we use LS10, SEWM LS10 to create the mass bins. Through structure, we are going to create the mass bins. Yesterday's class I showed you this one, right? To structure, we have created the mass bins. Now, if you want to mass change the bins, can you see mass edit bins in warehouse number LS11, okay? SEWM slash LS11. Now, my warehouse number BNH, which storage type you want to do the mass change? HR10. Example, you can take HR10. I want to do a mass change. What you want to change? You want to update something here. What you want to update? Some bin types you want to update mass. Bin types. What is bin type, guys? Maximum weight it can bear. Now, if you see here, these bins, it can bear up to 500 kgs. These bins. Now, respect to plant, the business analyst, what they will do normally from the plant, they'll select all the bins, or else they will recommend us to modify this one accordingly. So they can select all the bins and click on edit. I'm doing mass change now. Click on edit. Now what you want to update? Bin type. Bin type is what now? It can bear 500 kg. B5, H500. I'm giving H500. It's already having 500 kg. If you see H500 when I input, system automatically taken 500 kg here. Max is 500 kg here. Now I did a mass change. If you save it, 20 storage bins changed. Means I can do mass updates. For the bins, I can update the bin access types. So what all I can do, guys, here? Can you see? Select again few. What all I can do? I can maintain the bin access types. I can maintain the bin types. I can keep maximum weight, maximum volume, total capacity. Means for the respective bins, I can keep. Got it? If you want to remove, I can remove. Can you see? Reset option is there. Can you see? If I click on reset, it will reset. It will become empty. Got it? Means not only creation of mass bins, mass change is possible in SAP. Any questions?
Uh, Hi Ram. So,
Mhm.
is it same regarding the mass transaction where using ECC? Like same thing?
That is different. See, you cannot compare all the transactions of
Okay.
mass. Okay. See, in ECC, whatever the mass you use for the master data, or like material master, all those things. Here, EWM, we are using for the bin master data, not for the product master data. But in the ECC, what are the mass we have? Yes, it's quite similar, but I cannot compare this with the mass. But it's quite same, okay. But
Okay.
all the master data are different, and what the usage is different. Everything is different here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, but you can compare. Okay, no
Yes.
issues. Okay, so this is about the mass modification. Now, what the thing we are discussing? We are discussing on the load. I already explained the scenario. In which case, you go for load storage bins. SBUP. SBUP. SEWM/SBUP. Storage bin load. SBUP. Now, if you see here, I have load storage bins came. Normally, what we should do, you should download one template. So this should be filled by the business from the plant side. How they will fill? Because they know physically what are the bins they have, not you, right? So you need to do export here. You can see one export button. You can see one export button here. Export in this transaction spreadsheet means you're going to create one file. The Excel file the existing already. I'm going to save it in desktop. Export BNW I'm keeping. Save it. Hello. Hello. Okay. If you see here, I got my template ready from SAP. I downloaded this template. Now what I will do this template? I'm gonna hand over to the respective business. I'm gonna give it to the business. But why? Business knows what are the bins they have physically. Now I'm not going through structure. I'm asking them to whatever the bins they have in the old system or else physically whatever the bins they have, they need to maintain all the bins and they need to hand over to us. Like now, what is the warehouse guys? BNWH. No, no. BNH. My warehouse is BNH. Suppose they have been like BN01 and in the storage type HR10 example. Section what? Section B1. In section B1 they have this one. Bin type and all you can if you want to keep you can keep all the bin types also there is no problem. Same way they have like other things.
Ethan,
Sorry, sorry.
available in WM.
What is available in WM?
In warehouse management, not in EWM. This
Mm-hmm.
mass upload option is available in WM model.
See, this you can use, this you can perform through LSNW also, okay? Mass. There is no need of this part, this transaction. But still, in EWM, SAP has given the standard upload option, okay? But you can use LSNW also to create through mass. But I don't know. I never worked on WM part. So I don't know in the WM do we have this mass or not. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I got my Excel file from the business with whatever the bins they have from the respective storage type, some customized bins. This is not in sequence. I just maintain in the sequence. I'll keep like some around. These are not in sequence. I'll keep like this. Now, I have my bins. Now, what I should do? Now, there are two ways. You can upload here. You can upload. Normally, what we will do, we will is to convert the file normally in 9.9.4 of EWM. We need to convert normally. Let me see this here. I will save somewhere, okay, where I can pick directly. Maybe some downloads. Okay, I'll keep it in downloads. Export BNW. Also, I'll save this Excel file also, okay. Save as Excel workbook. Export BNW and go to downloads and keep it here. Now same I'm going here, the same transaction. Now I need to upload the file, whatever the file I received from the business, I need to upload the file, okay. And if I go to downloads,
I think if you change the CSV format to all files, might be it will come wrong.
no, normally even it will accept the tab delimited also normally. Let me keep it in Excel file. These both are same, okay. Tab delimited, both are same. Okay, let me keep this one also, no problem. Mhm. Let me keep in downloads. Yes, some non-compatibility issues are there with respect to system. Yeah, now it's came. Just upload this file, okay, and click on upload and allow. Can you see here? System is gonna read all the data from the Excel sheet. System is gonna read from all the Excel sheet. Now click on create. Create storage bins. Can you see? 14 storage bins got created. 14 storage bins got created. Now I can go to monitor and I can check. All my bins will be created.
For this, don't we need to maintain the structure?
Okay. So you can see there are two options will be there. Save as. Here one thing is like CSV format, comma delimited. And also you can try even the text tab delimited. Both you can try normally in SAP. Both should accept normally. Text and CSV format. Okay. It recognizes the files. Clear?
Okay, but now, like before we were creating in LS10, what we used to do? First, we have to maintain the structure, correct? Like what are the constant value and what are the value? Like the value which is continually change. Like zero, you have maintained the values, correct? Pin structure.
No, that is different, right? I told three
Okay,
different ways of creation of
okay,
beans.
that's it. Like for
One
this,
is a
it is not.
manual creation, one is a
Uh,
structure, and one is through upload program.
okay,
Both three,
okay,
three are different, right?
okay.
I cannot mix the three. No. Okay, this is third way of creation of beans. So when you create the beans, you can keep it all the bean types, everything and all. Okay. Even if you want to do the mass change, can I do the mass change for this beans? Is it possible to
Yes.
do a mass change? Yes.
Yes.
I need to go to mass edit. There I can input the storage type. If you know the bins, just input the bins. Suppose if I want to input only those bins, okay, which I created in the Excel file. Okay, it is not taking my copied values. I need to again copy manually. If you know the bins, I need to give the bins manually. If you don't know the bins, just give HR10. And system will always try to fetch from the HR10. And the section is B1. Can you see? My bins. which created the upload program. Now I can modify whatever I do. Bin types, bin access types, the possible changes we can do. So this is about the mass change of the storage bins and also mass creation of storage bins also we have discussed. Any doubts on the storage bins part, you can let me know.
In real time RAM, which will be like all
No,
three
you
will be used? Or?
can all three will be used. Depends on the physical layout of the warehouse. All three will can
Mhm.
be used.
Okay.
Okay. So this is about the bins part.
Ram
Okay.
sir,
Yes.
hello.
Yes. Yes.
What kind of question will be asked about this topic in the interview?
Okay. Let me ask you some questions. Okay. Um, you want to modify some bin types. Okay. We got a requirement from the business to modify the bin types, but currently that bin is holding some stock. Can we modify the bin types?
No,
Okay. In case if I want to modify the bin types, how can I modify the bin types now?
stock should be emptied first.
Okay, you need to always it's recommended to keep empty. The bin should be empty, bin only, not storage type. The bin should be empty so that you can change the bin types. Because system need to recalculate the capacity. If you keep the stock there and if you want to change through bypass, you'll change. But system will not do the calculation of capacity now. You always thinking, okay, why the capacity is not checking, why the capacity is not checking, because the stock is not empty. First of all, you need to keep empty. From the next stage onwards, it will check the capacity. So when whatever you do the mass modification, you need to keep the bin empty, then you can do the modification. And what about bin access types? If I want to modify the bin access type for any of the bin, the bin is occupied, the bin is having some stock, can I do the bin access type modification?
No here also.
Why?
Because it depends, right? Operator or like forklift.
Yeah, but bin access type.
On higher level, you can modify in this case.
Bin access type, why I can't modify bin access type? Why you are comparing with bin capacity? You got the point now? A small difference is there. Bin access type and bin capacity. Bin capacity, why we can't modify? Because already there is some stock in the bin. System cannot do the capacity check if it is already existing. If you are doing modification, system cannot check. But bin access type, if there is an existing warehouse task is there, then system cannot check. But a new warehouse task coming into picture, then system will check, right? They need to keep the bin empty, right?
Mhm.
Bin access type is different. Bin access type means who can access the bins. Why you need
Yes,
to keep the bin empty?
manual crane or forklift.
Yes, manual cleaner or forklift. Why you need to keep the bin empty? Not required, right?
Yes,
If you want to modify, you can modify. There is no need to have the bin empty in this case. Bin access type. Only bin types you need to keep empty.
yes, got it.
Mm, I don't have much questions in the bins part, but I'll ask you later part, okay? Because there are a lot of things are there, fixed bins, a lot of things are there. I didn't discuss it. When I discuss about that one, then you'll get to know, okay? Okay, if you don't have any questions, then we'll go to the next step, okay? After the bins part, we're done with the bins part, okay? We're done with the storage bins part. Okay, now to keep it as green, so we know that this is part is completed. Okay, good. Now what is pending, guys? What is pending?
Assignment part.
Sorry?
Assignment part like dummy warehouse to real warehouse
Dummy
we need to
warehouse
assign.
to real warehouse. Assignment is still pending. Okay. We configured our warehouse, storage type, sections, bins, and here we configured the plant, storage locations, shipping point, receiving point we created, but we didn't assign dummy warehouse. What is dummy warehouse we created and we assigned the respective plant and storage locations. We didn't assign to the real warehouse. The link is still missing. Still both are separate. Still system don't recognize this plant as BENH. Still system is not recognizing this plant as BENH because from this plant to this warehouse we have dummy warehouse still link. Now we need to ensure that the link should be done. How? Go to SPRO. Go to SPRO. This is a part of configuration. Okay. All configurations will go to SPRO, guys. Implementation guide. And here go to integration with other SAP components. Which component, guys? Other component means EWM. EWM is the other component. Now, can you see here? Assign warehouse number to EWM warehouse number. Assign warehouse number to EWM warehouse number. Means dummy warehouse to the EWM real warehouse. Now I will go to my 3-digit warehouse. What is my 3-digit warehouse?
EN.
BEN. My 3-digit warehouse is BEN. My 4-digit warehouse is what? BEN.
ENH.
BENH. I linked my 3-digit warehouse to 4-digit warehouse number. Now we have the perfect link between the systems. Now, still, yesterday's class, have you completed this PED and custodian part, guys? Yesterday's class, have you completed this PED and custodian, party entitled to
Yes.
dispose and custodian?
Yes.
Have you configured?
No.
No, we didn't configure it. If you go to EWM, warehouse management, and if I go to master data, and if I go to assign warehouse numbers, for my warehouse, if I go, still this is pending empty. Custodian and party entitled dispose is empty. It means that if I am receiving inbound delivery, if I am receiving stock to this warehouse, system will not recognize who is the owner of the stock. If I don't maintain these things, system won't recognize who is the owner of the stock. What are the stock I am receiving? Still system think that there is no owner. So this party entitled to dispose is very important. And I cannot receive inbound deliveries. Without this, I cannot receive any stock to my system. Without this, if you don't maintain this one, okay, means this can be empty sometimes. I'll tell you the case when it will be empty. When you have two plants, two owners in that warehouse, it will be empty. And we'll maintain through different ways in that case. But if you have only one owner, in our case, Benj is the only one owner for this BENH warehouse. Now I need to ensure that this party entitled to dispose is filled here. How to fill this one here? This is linked to BP, guys, okay? Business partner. This is linked to BP, business partner. What is BP, guys, first of all? What do you mean by BP?
Like it is a sole master data replacing customer master and vendor master.
Mm-hmm. So we have BP, which is a business partner. BP, which is a business partner. In 9.4 or else ECC systems. In ECC or EWM 9.4, not EWM 9.4, ECC, I can keep. We have, 9.4 or else ECC systems. In ECC or EWM 9.4, not EWM 9.4 ECC, I can keep. We have, 9.4 or else ECC systems. In ECC or EWM 9.4, ECC, I can keep. We have, 9.4 or else ECC systems. We have vendor master and customer master. We have vendor master and customer master. We don't have the BP. We don't have BP in the ECC. In EWM, what we have? In EWM, we have only BP. Now we are this. Now we are in which system, guys? First of all, now we are in which systems? Or we are practicing in which system? We are doing
S4.
S4 HANA.
Central. Central.
Okay, we
Yes.
are in S4 HANA 2023. We are in S4 HANA 2023. Here we don't have the customer and vendor separately. We have only one thing that is called as BP. We have only one thing that is called as BP. Business partner means combining. We are combining vendor master and business customer master, and altogether we are creating BP, and we are dividing with respect to BP roles. And we are dividing the BP roles. In BP, who is customer, who is vendor, we are dividing with respect to BP roles. So there is only one master data in S4 HANA, which is BP, business partner. Okay. Now let's go to BP part. Slash O BP. Slash O BP. Business partner. Already my vendor is there. So this one I can leave it. I'm gonna create my new vendor. I can use one group, okay? Any group I can take. This dummy system, right? Take some group. I don't have this one. Last time we got some issues with respect to grouping. Take one group. I'll take one external number group, okay? Maybe it will work. Let's see. Okay, I'm creeping on number name BEN Binge Germany, right? So I'll keep like BEN GR. I'll keep like this one, okay? BEN GR I'll keep, okay. Okay. Sorry. I need to keep under the same interval. Let me see if I get something. Okay, I'll keep under this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm creating one dummy BP now. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1010 it is.
But 6, 7 are there, no?
1 6 times 0.
Yeah, 1, 2, 6. Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, no problem. I'm creating this BP. Okay.
No, 10 1
Okay,
1.
okay, okay. Had exist. It should not be showing like this. Okay, I'm creating this BP business partner, and I'm gonna mention like BENZ bench. You can mention the all mandatory fields you can mention. Okay, no need to mention everything. Just maintain some mandatory fields. In the real time, you don't create the BP, guys. Okay, don't worry. Just fill the required fields if you have anything. Okay, just try to save it. Okay, I'm creating this BP and I'm trying to save it. 10063. Okay, supplier specific data were not saved due to error. CVA. There's CVA issues there. Okay. Okay, 1006360 got created. Now for this VP, now we have something we need to maintain. Go to change mode. Go to change mode. And here try to add FLVN00 and FLCU00. Okay. Maintain FLCU00 here. Finance customer. Now try to maintain some data. Okay. Here. Just randomly fill some data.
5 digit. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Go to company code data. And I gonna maintain my company code here. What is my company code?
HA10.
HA10 is my company code. Let's ensure this is my company code. Okay. HA10 is my company code. HA10. And reconciliation icon, just give something randomly. Please go on mute, guys, if you're not speaking. Just try to save it, guys. Okay. VAT registration number. VAT. Give me a second. Changes has been saved. Now only one more thing is pending. You need to go to FLVN00. We are extending it to the purchasing level of the purchasing level for the vendor. FLVN00. S101. There are too many because of this dummy system, guys. I already mentioned weapon out there. FLVNs. Expert data. Okay, let's go to purchasing part. Okay, FLVN01. Let's go to purchasing part and let's maintain the purchase organization. So for the purchase organization, okay, I don't have my purchase organization here. Let me search. I will go to SPRO implementation guide. Let's go to first class. Okay, go to enterprise structure and go to assignment. So you didn't assign it manually, it will be already there. Okay, so let's go to materials management. And first, let's check, okay, for your company code, what is the purchase organization maintained? My company code is what? My company code is HA10, okay. My company code is HA10. For HA10, I see there are almost 5 are there. Okay, P org is also there. Let me consider one, okay? Let me search with respect to plant. Assign purchase organization to plant. Let me search with respect to my plant. My plant is BNP. For BNP, I see purchase organization is PORG and 0001. I can use any one, okay? I can use any one. So now I can use PORG, okay? I can use PORG, PORG. I can use. I can use PORG. Now let's go to this one. I want to maintain in BP. This BP I am creating for PORG. 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 Enter. Now order currency. I am keeping like EUR. Just try to maintain all these things. Blank. Let me see if it's throw any error warnings. Vendor subtract is fine. Okay, let's come down. Let's see. Okay, the error persists. Let's see. And if you come down, all things are not binary, so don't maintain any data. Field is missing here. Great. Mm-hmm. What I can do, it's already created for my purchase organization, old BP. Now I am gonna modify general data. Give me 1 second. Something is missing here. It's missing. FLV and 0. There is some modification, okay? I will try to check this part. Give me some time. Sorry, I have some issues. I should remove all these things, okay, one day. So confusing this part. Okay, company folders. Fine. Seriously, the system is a bit strange. Okay, the BB part is really always strange part here. So what I can do, I can look at the BP part. I can delete everything. Okay, what are the existing? I can delete everything. I can create BP by next class. There is no problem. Okay. So let's continue other part. Okay, the BP part I'll keep it as pending for now. For next class, I'll clear all the entries which is not required. I'll keep it as clean. Okay, the BP part.
Sir, can we take existing vendor?
Existing vendor also I see some issues. Okay,
Mhm. Okay.
there is a part, but the first part I chosen. Okay, the existing vendors.
Yes, sir.
So this is my existing vendor here. A0098 is my existing vendor. I'll go to FLVN01. If I go to purchasing, so earlier my purchase organization is 0001. So some of the fields are missing. Okay, here I want to see the fields because this vendor belongs to plant. It's a dummy vendor actually. All these are missing here. So which means that some of the fields got modified. Okay, means with respect to vendor group, someone has done some modification here while practicing the field settings, everything and all. So we need to correct all the configurations, part. Let me try to modify it here. Okay, let me see. I'll try to modify directly here. So I'm taking one existing vendor, okay, 80098. So what I will do, I'll extend this. First of all, let me extend, okay. I'll remove the plant and let me go to FLVN01 supplier and let me go to purchasing part. My purchase organization is P org, okay. So let me create P org, PORG to transfer. Let me say it. It should be extending it to two locations. There is still stock difference to B and WH. Okay. Mhm.
Sir, you can take 870081.
Let me see. Okay. Switch organization. I can do. Switch organization is not possible. CP. Okay. Okay. Switching.
Ram sir, hello.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I shared one vendor which is created for company code HA10 and purchase org PORG in
But
chat.
it's already extended to the plan, then we cannot take. Let me see. Reorg is fine. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think we can use this one. Plant relevant. I'll keep my plant, okay, which is BENP.
Yes.
And let me check the company code also so that it will be fine. Well, let me save it. Company code is HA10. Fine. And the supplier is 870081. Same thing. Good. Let me save this also. Display mode. 87008. Okay, I get it for my plant. Okay, so this is a real vendor. First of all, is this a real vendor which I created? It will act as a vendor or not?
Yes.
Yes.
870081, will it act as a vendor?
Yes.
Yes.
Plant vendor.
It's not a vendor. It's a plant vendor. Okay, this is not a vendor. This is a plant vendor. This is
Oh.
whenever you assign the plant to the vendor, it will act as a plant. But so this is always a dummy vendor for this plant. A dummy vendor for this plant. This is not a real supplier who will supply to you. A real customer who will send some goods to you. What the point? It's not a real thing. It's actually got it. It's a dummy.
Okay.
It's a dummy vendor which will act as a plant. Now I'm gonna use this one
Okay.
for my
In this case, you just
yes. In this
in
case,
this case, vendor, you have added some data in vendor general data as
mhm.
a plant there, so it become vendor plant.
That's what. Okay. Whenever you have a plant assignment here for
Hmm.
any vendor, if you have a plant assignment here, it will act as a plant vendor. It is not a real vendor. It's a plant vendor,
Yes.
which means that this plant will do some shipments, right? From this plant, you'll send the goods to different plant, right? Do you send it or not, not normally? One plant to other plant.
Yes.
You send
Yes.
Yes.
the goods
Yes.
normally plant to plant. In this case, it will be useful. And also in EWM, we want to use this as PED, party entitled to dispose. We can use like this. Means if you go to the configuration of assign warehouse numbers, here for BENP, sorry, BENH.
H.
For this warehouse, who is the party entitled to dispose now?
Eight
Who I need to
seven.
give? I need to give what now?
The plant vendor.
Plant.
The plant vendor, which is 870081. So if I give this one, who is the owner of this plant now? Who is the owner of this stock in this warehouse?
Plant.
This will be the owner of the stock. But system always displays this number. 870081 system will display this number. But who is the real vendor, real owner of the stock? This one. Who is
Plant.
behind this vendor? He is the real owner of the stock. BENP. Got it? Clear?
Can I ask?
Yes.
Can can standard vendor be party entitled to dispose, like not the plant vendor, but if we not maintain the plant here as a plant vendor,
If you don't
and
maintain the plant here, it's a real vendor. Real vendor and real customer. Those are like really that you deal daily. That you receive the goods from them and you send the goods to the customers. It's a real vendor and real supplier. Only when you maintain the plant here. Only if you maintain the plant number here, then it will act like a plant vendor. So this is actually a dummy vendor. Dummy. Got it? Because of the financial data, because from the plant to plant, if you send the goods, some financial transaction should happen. So for that reasons, we have this dummy vendor concept in SAP system. Got it?
yes,
Now this custodian is optional. First of all, there is no. It's not mandatory to give the custodian. Okay, it's only 1% or not even 1%. Okay, in the real time where you'll use the custodian because if you have any rented warehouses, if the company is taking some rented warehouses, then the custodian comes into picture. Got it? If you don't have any rented warehouses, and if you have the real warehouse, that is ownership is lying with the company, then it's like normally the PED will act as a owner both. Got it? But this is very important, okay? Nothing will happen if the custodian is blank. But if the party entered dispose is blank, then we have some issues with respect to stock that you're receiving to BENH warehouse. Clear? And you cannot simply modify you when you configure this one. After 2 months, if you want to modify this one, then it's tricky. Then it will be tricky if you want to modify this one. Got it? If you want to modify this one, or else if you want to modify this one, it will be a bit tricky. The party until will dispose or else supply chain unit. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Hmm. Suppose if this warehouse belongs to two plants, then how to maintain this one, guys? How to maintain this one and how to maintain this one? If the warehouse belongs to two plants, this question will come into picture in the interview. If the warehouse belongs to two plants, possible, right? You store two different plant stock in this warehouse. Possible or not? This
Yes.
physical warehouse, we are receiving stock from two different plants to store.
Yes,
True.
possible.
Possible.
Possible. Now supply chain unit is what? B and B, only one plant, right? I want to
Mm.
maintain two plants now. How it is possible?
Then I think the party entitled to dispose should be the different number.
This should be blank first of all. This should be blank. In this case, the party entered dispose will be controlled through material master, port master. The party entered dispose. But supply chain unit is very important now. Supply chain unit will be very important now. Supply chain unit cannot be B and P now because we have two plants, right? So let's go to logistics, warehouse management, warehouse management, and go to master data. And if you see the first one here, maintain supply chain unit. Can you see? And before that, below, can you see? Supply chain unit hierarchy. Supply chain unit hierarchy. Means if you have multiple supply chain units for one plant, mean one warehouse, if you have two plants that we are storing the stock, you need to use the hierarchy. Now, supply chain unit, I am gonna create like this real time, guys. Okay, I'm telling you the real time. I will be using like this supply chain unit. My warehouse is what? BENH. So this is the real time we'll be using like this. Okay, BENH. We're gonna create our own naming conventions and business attribute. Just give like warehouse and click on change and create. Now you're gonna give your both the plants here. Normally it will ask you the shipping point. Normally shipping point and receiving point it will ask you. BENP. Other warehouse you can, other plant you can do, okay? Like BENG, maybe. PEP something you can take. And attribute you can give like warehouse and warehouse. Because this is bit different, okay? With respect to the old version, the new version, it's bit different, okay? We have like shipping point and receiving point we have, but here we have a different thing. Okay, you'll maintain like this one, and you'll save this data. And what you will do, you're gonna maintain. I'm not sure this entry is not available. It will not take maybe. You're gonna give this one, okay? SCU underscore BNH you're gonna copy here. And you're gonna give here the supply chain unit as SCU underscore BNH. Got it? Clear?
And in this case, the party ended, that owner will
It will
not.
be blank here. Should be blank here. And where do you maintain this one? You want to maintain this in the port master. So let's go to SEWM slash mat1. SEWM slash mat1. So you want to maintain directly your party interior dispose directly here. Each and every product. What is the party interior dispose? So you need to go your plant here. Got it? Clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
So this will be blank. You want to maintain it port master level. Each and every port will maintain the party and dispose. Now system will understand which port you are receiving, what is the shipping point and what is the receiving point, and everything system will check. And based on that, system will trigger this automatically. Got it?
Ram,
Mm-hmm.
uh, is there any possible in the real scenario, like we are sending the material from two different company codes to same warehouse? So is that possible here?
Yes, possible.
Okay, so we can maintain the same plant, right? Like this only, right? Two
Yeah,
different company
yeah, it's
codes.
possible. Because in EWM we don't have any company codes first of all.
Uh,
In EWM, we don't have any company codes. Why we are bothering about that part?
but we are assigning directly this on the some plant, right? By end of the day, the
Yeah,
warehouse.
but only plant we are assigning, right? Not company codes.
Okay.
Only plant we are taking, right? Not company codes. Nowhere company code is involved in the EWM, first of all. And EWM, there is no plant also. Where do you see the plant in EWM?
Oh, no, no, no. In the starting, right? We are going to assign
Supply
in.
chain unit, right?
Okay.
That is a supply chain unit here. What you mean here?
Means one-time activity.
Yeah, it's a one-time activity. Everything is a.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna keep it same as this one. Example, I told you this one. I'll keep the party in dispose also. But most of the warehouse will be like this, okay? So 80%, and maybe 10%, 15% will be like multiple plans to one warehouse concept will be there, okay?
Okay.
So in the EWM, we don't see even plant also, okay? You'll be seeing always supply chain units. Okay, no, not even plant will be there. No plant, no storage location, no company codes, nothing will be there. Only warehouse supply chain units, that's it in the EWM. Okay. So this is good. We are done with this part. Now, if you are creating inbound delivery, I'll go to BD64. System connections. Let's check system connections. Okay. Let's check the system connections. Let's go to BD64. BD64 is to display distribution model. Before going, maybe I can explain this one first of all. Display distribution model. Now, this is the main transaction to check which ECC connected to which EWM system. Now, are we using two systems or only one system? Now, are we using two systems or one system?
One,
Everyone, are we using two systems or one systems? One system. By this
One
time, you should be
system.
understanding, okay? Are we using one system or two systems?
One system.
One system, everyone?
Yes.
Yes, Ram.
two system,
Yes,
one
sir.
is dummy.
Are we using one system or two systems?
Two systems.
One is dummy.
Physically, we are using only one system. Physical server is only one. But logically thinking, we are using two systems. Logically, for EWM, we are using dummy logical system, right? In S4 what is the concept, guys? We will be using two logical system. One is for S4 and one is for EWM logical system, which is dummy. Right? This is the first topic we discussed in the class. The same way, if you see here, EWM. EWM is our distribution model. And if I open this one, you will see S4 on a logical system. What is our S4 on logical system, guys? Logical system name S4 on a 2022. These are naming conventions they are following, not CLNT and all. Now, under this one, it is connected to which system, guys? Here, which dummy EWM system?
TLNT 400.
A4 is CLNT 400, and also it's connected to lot of other systems. But because this is dummy system, first of all, lot of people are practicing, so they used to maintain lot of things. But this is connected to which system real time? A4 is CLNT 400. A4H CLNT 400. So this S4 system is connected with my EWM dummy logical system. Got it? Is it clear? And how do you know your warehouse is linked this both? How do you know that this warehouse, your warehouse, what are you created, it is part of these systems? If you don't have your warehouse here, what will happen? First of all, you are sending data from where to where, guys? You are sending data from where to where?
ERP to EWM and EWM to ERP.
Okay, you are sending data from ERP to EWM and EWM to ERP. Now, in this case, your warehouse should be available in these locations, right?
Hmm.
Let me see if it is available or not. Now, what all data you will change, guys? Between ERP and EWM, what all data you will interchange? What all data you will change to and fro daily basis?
Most of the transaction datas.
Transaction data like inbound deliveries, outbound deliveries mainly, and the manufacturing orders. Delivery point of view, these are three main deliveries you'll follow: inbound, outbound, and manufacturing deliveries. Now, outbound, let's check. Are you eligible to receive outbound between ERP and EWM, your logical systems? Are you eligible to receive deliveries? Let me open this outbound first of all. Receive determination, filter group, warehouse number. Do you have your warehouse number here, guys? My warehouse number is available here?
No.
No.
No. Here I see my old warehouse number, BNW. And I can say other my warehouse numbers, some few of them. Which means that only these warehouses are connected to my EWM system. Only these warehouses are connected to my EWM system. ERP system and EWM system, only these warehouses are. Please go on mute, guys, if someone is not speaking. My warehouse number is connected with this ERP and this EWM system, these warehouse numbers. Same way, you can check changes. This outbound delivery, these changes. Warehouse number is included or not. Normally it will not include. Can you see? It's not included. Bench is not included. Let's check inbound deliveries. Not included. Got it? My warehouse number is not included here, first of all. Now what I should do? I need to maintain right now. I need to create distribution model, right? For my warehouse. I need to create, right? If it is not available, what I should do? I need to create, right? Between this ERP and this EWM, I need to create my warehouse, right? Go to /o/SPE/OL19. /o/SPE/OL19. /o is to open different screen. SPE/OL19 is to maintain the distribution model. Okay, can you see? I'm going to create distribution model from SAP ERP to SAP EWM. Which warehouse, guys? 3-digit warehouse number.
BN.
BEN. And EWM logical system name is what? What is my EWM logical system, guys? A4H CLNT 400. And Distribution model view. What is distribution model view, guys? Distribution model view is what?
EWM.
EWM. So always ensure that if you give EWM, it will take this one. If you give EWM 74, it will take this one. If you give EWM underscore 100, it will take this one. So always ensure you need to give the right one, EWM. You need to give EWM. Got it? Now if I objects, what all objects you would like to distribute from ERP to EWM? What all objects you want to distribute? Inbound, outbound, and production. What
All,
object?
all,
All. I want to
all.
all. You want to check or you want to create? I want to create. Execute, guys. The warehouse number BEN is not defined as the EWM warehouse. Got the point, guys? The warehouse number is not defined. System is not defining it as a EWM warehouse number. Where is the wrong thing? Parameters. Warehouse parameters. Now let's go to the configuration again. Implementation guide. And let's go to integration with other SAP components. And here go to EWM. And the EWM, let's go to the basic settings for EWM linkage. Go to this one. Basic settings for EWM linkage. Here, configure SAP EWM specific parameters. Parameters. Now let's go to your warehouse. BEN warehouse, dummy warehouse. Now this BEN warehouse is what, guys? Is a local WM system? Is it WM system BEN? BEN is managed by which system, guys? First of all, is it EWM or WM or local ERP system?
EWM.
EWM. So I need to keep it what? EWM, right? I have to keep it like a EWM now. BN is belongs to EWM. And whenever I create inbound delivery or outbound delivery, how is the distribution, guys? Distribution immediately or manually?
Immediately.
Immediately.
Immediate distribution I want now. I want to have immediate distribution. In some companies, they will follow one-stop distribution also. In some companies, one-stop distribution means you should distribute manually. System will create delivery, but you should distribute to EWM manually. But I don't want to follow that one now. I want to distribute automatically. And if you see here, unchecked deliveries. Unchecked deliveries means basically if you click on this one, this is part of new thing. Function F1. With this indicator, you can control whether unchecked deliveries are distributed to warehouse. Set this indicator only if the warehouse is operated with SCM, EWM, and it can handle unchecked deliveries. In EWM, unchecked deliveries are visible for planned purpose in the warehouse. Means these are not real deliveries. Unchecked deliveries are not real deliveries. It's a planned. Okay, planned deliveries we don't distribute now. If they want to distribute, they'll distribute manually. And batch determination. System will determine the batches EWM directly. And GR from EWM only. It means that you'll understand it later part. Now, even if I tell, it will be a bit confusing. So, if this BN is managing in the EWM, where the GR should happen, guys? If the
In
BN is
EW.
managing with EWM, where GR should happen? What is GR, guys? First of all,
Good receipt.
goods receipt means confirmation of goods that we received. From where you should get the confirmation?
From Migo.
No, Migo is ECC
EWM.
again. You are again mixing
EW,
ECC and EWM now.
EWM, EWM,
GR from
EWM.
only EWM, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So in this case, if you want to check, you can check this mark. And how is the communication, guys? Between ECC, ERP and EWM, how is the communication? What do you mean by communication, guys? What do you mean by communication?
Exchange of data.
Exchanging of data. If you're sending one message to me, how how I will receive, guys? If you're sending on phone a message to me, how I'm receiving?
Network.
Network. Same way, if you have a communication between ERP and EWM, how the communication will be? It will be queues. QRFC communication, remote function call, Q remote function call communication is, and it will be synchronized immediately. Immediately it will be distributed to EWM, and from EWM it will immediately update to ECC ERP system. So the queue, I'll tell you once you create delivery, I'll show you this queues part and all. Please remember, okay, this part. And delivery change. Delivery change means from ECC to EWM, once you create delivery, can you still change, guys? Suppose you created one delivery and it distributed to EWM system. Means in the EWM we have delivery available. Now can we do modifications in ERP?
No.
In a 9.4 system, it's not possible. In EWM 9.4, it's not possible. We don't have this option at all. We don't have this option at all in 9.4 system. And SAP has given this option in only S4 system, guys. Because they found few of the clients, they raised some issues that they want to modify even after distribution to EWM. Maybe some quantity modification, something they want to modify. So, but still, we don't think it will be good usage. But in the company, if they want to do the modifications of the distribution also, you can check this mark. Delivery changes after distribution. Got it?
So, in this case, sir, if we change in delivery in ERP, so data will be changed into EWM
It
automatically.
will trigger one queue. Wait. It will trigger one queue to EWM system. In the EWM, it will check. Did you already perform a GR, or else some activity was performed? If there is no activity was performed, then it will modify the quantity or something. If you touch something in the EWM, then it will be failed. Got it?
Okay, but in that case, in ERP, the changes will be there, but in EWM, no changes.
No. Once you do EWM, what will happen? Once
So,
you do GR in EWM, what will happen?
system should not allow in ERP to change.
No. Let's think change is allowed, okay? Let's think change
Mhm.
is allowed. You modified in ECC, okay? But it's
Mhm.
failed in the EWM system, okay? But in EWM, you did GR for the whole delivery. Old values, you did GR. What will happen now? It will update back to ECC or not?
It will affect.
It will update. It will update what? Old quantity or new quantity? There is no confusion here. Very simple thing, okay? I have ERP. I have delivery, okay? Just think I have created a delivery with 10 quantity, okay? Let's think 10 quantity. And I have my EWM system. I distributed this delivery to EWM system with 10 quantity. And later I changed my mind. I modified the quantity to 20. 20 quantity I modified. Now, in the EWM, you already did some, you already performing some actions, some unloading, you are doing some actions, okay? Unloading part you started, okay? Now it will fail or pass. This queue, what are the update? It will be failed in the EWM or not? What are the update you did in ERP? It will update in EWM or not?
No,
No, because why?
the action or some activities are
Some
already
activity has
performed.
started, okay. When the activity got started, then the system we won't update the information in the EWM, and we can see some queue failures, okay, here. Some communication failures you will see here, but it will not interrupt any kind of process. Now this once you do GR for 10 quantity, let's think in the EWM GR is completed. GR completed. Now this information will update back to ECC ERP or not? This information will update back to ERP or not?
Yes.
How much quantity it will update in the ERP for the delivery?
10.
10 quantity.
10.
Now what will happen to this 20? It will overwrite, right? Whatever 20 quantity is there, it's gonna override with 10 quantity because we performed GR with only 10 quantity, right? Got it?
Yes, yes.
Now what are the communication got failure? They need to create some new delivery. What are the extra quantity, the communication failure, whatever the 10 quantity communication failure was there, They need to create a new delivery for that. Got it?
So new delivery in ERP or EWM?
ERP normally. EWM also you can create, but we don't recommend. In ERP,
Okay.
they can create with ASN. With respect to delivery, they can create a new delivery. Is a sort of PO, sorry. They can create new delivery and they can distribute to EWM and again they can receive this ton quantity.
Okay.
Got it? And just save it, guys. Now, let's go to again the same distribution model from SAP ERP to SAP EWM. SAP ERP to SAP EWM. I'm using /n sp/OL19 guys. Okay. And BEN is my warehouse. Normally, this distribution model is EWM. Logical system of SAP EWM. It is showing some different thing here. In this case, what is the logical system of EWM and what is the logical system of VCC guys here? Any confusions for you? We have two logical systems right here. Which logical system belongs to ERP and which logical system belongs to EWM?
As we can see, ERP logical system issued for ERP and above one 2022, it is for EWM.
Normally S4 HANA, see, whenever you are distributing from ERP to EWM, the ERP will show in the first, okay? The EWM will show in the second one. This is how we recognize in the 9.4 of EWM. There are a lot of other ways also, but this is one of the way for a simple identification. And now in this case, A4 is CLNT 400 as per the my logic. But in S4 HANA, let's see, okay? If I click on distribute, can you see? It is accepting. Sender is what now? Sender is what?
Okay,
Sender means
EWM.
ERP system now.
Yes.
S4 HANA 2022. But what about EWM logical system, guys?
This
A4
one.
is CLNT 400. Don't confuse with the names, okay? Because these names we are creating in our system actually. Dummy system, right? This names part of our creation in our dummy system. In the real, if you go to companies, it will be different namings part, right? Got it?
Yes.
Don't confuse with the names part. Now I am creating data from S4 HANA 20222 to A4 is CLNT 400. Which warehouse, guys? BN warehouse. Protocol is okay. Means everything is fine. Now if I click on OK, system is gonna create distribution model. Now let me check. Let me refresh this BD64 transaction. /n BD64 transaction. I'm gonna refresh it. Now again go to EWM part here. Again go to this one. Again go to A4 CLNT 400. Now again go to outbound delivery and let's check your warehouse is part of this list or not. Is part of your list or not now?
Yes.
Yes.
Ben.
BN.
BN.
I can send outbound deliveries. I can receive inbound deliveries also now. Can you see? Your bin is part of this distribution model now between ERP to EWM. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we have something called BD97.
Sir, I am having one question here.
Yes.
Actually, in OL19, we are sender is one and receiver is one,
Mhm.
but with object type, entries are multiple at that time.
Yes, I told you, right? These are like, if you go to this one, if I go click on check entries, it will be always okay. If I want to see again those entries, mm, I cannot see that entries again. Where if you delete again, okay. What I can do, basically those are like function modules, okay. Standard function modules which will be used. You can see it here, okay. I want to go there. I'll go to BD64 again, okay? Sorry. I'll go to EWM. I'll go to here. I'll go to this EWM ERP. And if I go to this one, this is the thing you see there, right? All six objects.
Okay. Okay.
So these are standard function modules which will be helpful to distribute delivery from ERP to EWM, and this gonna create the standard objects there. How inbound delivery is with objects with fields. The same inbound delivery is available in the EWM with the fields in EWM. So these are
Yes.
standard function modules available in SAP which will help you to. Can you see BAPI? What is BAPI, guys?
Interface.
BAPI is a function module normally. Okay, so which will be helpful to trigger the deliveries to EWM system, and also in EWM system it will call a function module to create delivery technically. It will pass the fields. What are the fields that is available in the ERP inbound delivery? It will pass to EWM, and the EWM it will pass to the respective transactions to create the delivery with all the respective fields. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now let's go to one transaction which is BD97. BD97. So this is to check for system connections, but this is checked by the admin team normally. Now we are in which system, guys? S4 and 2022. S4 and 2022 connected to which system, guys? How many systems is connected? Can you see? These many
Many.
systems is connected, but which is our system?
CNT 400.
A4 is CLNT 400. So you need to ensure that these are available. These both are available. BAPI calls. With S4 and 2022, it is connected with A4H or not. So if it is not available, then the calls will be failed. The calls will be failed. Now go to one more transaction. Make a note, guys. All these transactions. Last transaction slash n SM59 slash n SM59. This SM59 is to check the system connections working properly or not. What is my system, guys, here? A4 is CLNT 400. I'm opening my A4 is CLNT 400. Connection test. I'm testing my connection. Working or not? Result is what?
Working.
Passed. If it is failed, it will show all everything in red. I can show you one thing example by with the failing one connection test. Everything is getting passed. Can you see? Connection error, failure. It is not connected to this system. You can go to A4 CLND 400. Our system is connected. Okay. Connection test is fine. It's working. Okay. You can use remote login also. You can check the connection test and you can use remote login. Are you able to log in or not? Means when my ECC is calling EWM system, when my ERP is calling EWM system, it is logging in automatically or not? Remote login you need to use. Can you see? It is logging in automatically. It is not asking you password, everything. Got it? It is not asking you password. When my A4 is connecting to, sorry, when my ERP is connecting to A4 system, then automatically it is logging in or not. You can check the remote login. Got it? So our system connections part is completed, guys. Any questions on the connections part? Any questions on the connections part? System connections.
Sir, it is a responsibility to check connection for
Uh-huh.
it is responsibility of EWM consultant or basis consultant.
See, it depends, okay. See, once you get experience, you're gonna guide admin team, okay.
Mhm.
If you don't, normally they will be always confusing here, okay, admin team. With the connections, you are the main responsible person for this one, but you don't manage anything here. But you can guide them if they are doing something wrong.
Yes.
Okay. It depends on the company to company also. But you should know, as a EWM consultant, you should know all the connections.
Yes.
Even though if you don't touch the connections, you should know all the connections. If something majorly happens, you can involve and you can do the this thing. Okay, no issues. Okay, I'll take some break. Around 10 minutes of class is there, and we can discuss some queries if you have, as we have only 10 minutes. I cannot discuss a concept now. Mhm.
Which version of EWM we are using?
Uh, we're using actually 2022. I thought of we can use 2023, but 2023 is having some issues. Okay, so that is the reason we are using 2022.
And sir, EWM 9.4 something you are talking about. What is
That is
that?
the old one. Okay, old. I mean to say before S4 HANA, we have EWM 9.4, 9.5. Okay,
Okay.
before S4 HANA, that is the.
Now it is EWM 2022.
Yes, we have 2022 and 2023 are there. The recent versions of EWM or S4 HANA. We have currently we are using S4 HANA 2022. Okay, here.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. I'll see if I can modify. I can move it to 2023 also. Let's see. Nothing got changed actually from 2022 to 2023. Everything quite same. Okay. Some programming this part got changed, but not much in this part. Okay. Yeah.
Ca- Can I ask
Mm-hmm.
if a company uses the decentralized
Mm-hmm.
EWM, will
Mm-hmm.
it be very different to this embedded, like doing the sieve and
No, no, it's quite same. But in this case, if you are using decentralized, you will using two systems. Okay, here like this. But the connections part is quite same. Okay, but we have somewhat more connections. Three to four more connections we have it actually. So this is ECC for ERP, decentralized, and it will be for EWM this one. Okay, so it will be totally two different systems we will be using decentralized, not one system. That is the only difference, okay? And the remaining connections part, whatever I told the connections part, it's quite same, okay? The connections part in decentralized systems also. If you haven't, if you can go to my YouTube channel and you can see the video, okay? How you used to connect the decentralized systems. Because before I started S4 HANA, earlier I was teaching decentralized systems only. In the EWM decentralized only, 9.4. Where we used to do the system connections, everything there. But currently, most of the companies they are using S4 HANA. They want S4 HANA candidates. So even I need to move to S4 HANA. So that is the reason I am teaching S4 HANA now. And the queues part is same as I asked. Okay, the queues part is same. But if you see the vendor part, everything. Are we using Q? Do we use Q? Do we need to shift the vendor guys here in S4 HANA system? I'll ask some questions to you. Do we need to shift guys?
no?
The
Yes.
BP? The BP?
Yes.
No, we don't.
In S4 HANA system. Okay, let me ask you decentralized in S4 HANA. Okay.
In S4, not
In
necessary.
S4 HANA, do we need CIF or not? I mean, for the BP. BP
Yes, sir.
part? No. A big no. And what about the plant? What about the plant and materials? Do we need CIF or not? In S4 HANA.
No,
No,
S4 HANA.
no.
Why?
we are e extending.
No, I told you yesterday's class also. Even if you CIF it, supply chain unit will be created automatically. If you CIF it, supply chain unit will be created automatically. Right? Yesterday's class I teach you, right? SIP part I teach you, right? Yesterday's class. You forgot. I created manually. I created this manually for now, supply chain unit. But if you shift it, automatically it will create also. I told you this part.
Mhm.
So we use shift in S4 HANA also. In decentralized also we use shift. In decentralized for BP, a customer or vendor, do you use shift or not?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And what about material and plants? In decentralized,
Yes.
yes, we use shift. And here also we use shift for plant and materials. But BP, no. BP we don't use shift because BP is a central data. There we maintain. Got it? Clear, guys? Any questions now?
So
Now
it
let's
is
talk about. Sorry.
main difference. It is main difference between centralized and decentralized. We can ship the BP in decentralized, but in centralized, no need to ship for BP.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay, sir.
Decentralized no need, there is no need to shift part first of all. But there are a lot of connections in decentralized. Okay, a lot of connections will be there in decentralized actually. Too many connections will be there actually. But here you will see only few connections here. Very few connections you will see here in the embedded systems. What is RFC call, guys? What is RFC call?
Remote function.
Connection.
Remote function call. When it will be used?
To exchange the data.
When it will be used? I mean to
To
say,
I
make connection between two systems.
Systems.
when
like we need to transfer
when
any
the
data.
ERP is calling EWM for any kind of transfers, when the ERP is calling EWM, the QRFC will be triggered. Okay, RFC call, remote function call will be triggered. Okay, and one client will have how many logical systems, guys? One client
Two.
will have how many logical systems?
It can have many.
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 Yes.
One client can have only one logical system, guys. Okay, one client can have only one logical system. If I go to here, forget about dummy. Okay, that is dummy. Warehouse management. Wait. Second. This one normally we don't have access to normally this one. Now tell me, guys, in this case, what is my client number?
400.
400.
400. For 400, which how many logical systems can we assign? For one 400, how many logical systems can I assign?
One.
But
Only one, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
Got it? Only one I can assign. And whatever the S4 now we are discussing, A4 is sale into something we discussed, it is a dummy logical system. That is not a real logical system, right? It's a dummy.
Yeah.
But if you go to decentralized systems, do you maintain dummy logical system in decentralized, guys?
No.
No.
No, it's
No.
not required. Why?
Because there are already two systems.
We already have two systems. In S4 and in EWM, we'll maintain EWM. A client to logical system will maintain. In the ERP system, we'll maintain the client to the respective logical system. We don't need to maintain dummy actually. In S4 HANA, we maintain dummy because we don't have two systems. So one client will have only one logical system. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. And can we shift plan to EWM? In S4 HANA only, I'm asking you. Can you shift plan to EWM system? Can we do shift from ERP to EWM in S4 system? Plant.
Yes.
Yes. When you shift the plant to EWM S4 EWM, what is the location type it will create? What the location type it gonna create? Even if you create manually also, the location type. For plant, what is the location type it will create when you create the plant? When you create the plant, what is the location type? Type what? For plant. For plant, what is the location type I created, guys?
Production plan.
Production plant, right? Why too much of thinking here? Suppose if I sent shipping point and receiving point, indicate with which location type? Shipping point and receiving point.
1003.
1003. If I shift shipping point and receiving point to EWM system, it will create 1003, right?
Yes.
Suppose if I shift in the I'm asking you this in the decentralized system, okay? If I shift vendor to EWM, if I shift vendor to EWM, what is the location type it will create?
1011.
1011. If I shift customer,
1010.
if I shift any vendor that is having transportation account group,
1020.
1020. Suppose if I am using, suppose if I am using MDM, master data management, MDM system. I'm using BP, but the BP I'm getting from MDM system. In this case, BP will be created through which location type?
102.
1021. So like that, whenever you receive the some data to EWM system, system will recognize with respect to location type. Is it a plant? Is it a shipping point? Is it a vendor? Is it a customer? Yeah, what kind of thing this is? System will recognize through location types. Okay. In the interview, they'll ask you location type for plant is what, guys? Location type for plant is what?
Production plan.
Production plant 1011. 1001 is the location type for the plant. Okay.
In this case, before performing SIP, we need to check here
No. Why you want to check here?
because we need to check what data we are transferring and what type
When you
is there.
transfer it automatically, it will create, right? This one.
Okay.
When you shift it, automatically it recognize this is part of program. System can recognize automatically, right? The object what you are transferring, system don't know, right? What is the table, what is the field?
Yes, sir.
So it's a backend only. Everything is no need to do anything manual here. Okay. If you have any other questions, please raise. From next class onwards, we are going to create deliveries, inbound deliveries, and we're gonna start the functionalities.